Hello and welcome back to RCC Builds a Railway. In this episode, better mic quality, depression, and dehydration. I'm gonna go get a drink now. Alright, I'm back. I went on an adventure. I don't need to tell you about it. We don't need a longer bloopers video, except I've already had like 5 failed attempts, so I guess it's already a bloopers video. Anyway, I have some thoughts. I've been thinking over the very awkwardness. One, I've got 300,000, so hopefully we won't have money problems anytime soon, even if we do remove this. Two, I'm sorry for anyone who has OCD about this. Trust me, I've tried aligning them to not be like that, but you have to do that every time. And the longer the line gets, the harder that gets. Even with one station. It's irritating to do. You'd have to do that every time you load up the plot, or just get lucky with how the plot works. I didn't get lucky here, clearly, because they're right next to each other. Anyway, I'm not going to bother with that. You guys can just have OCD. But yeah, I'm going to need to remove my moneymaker soon. At the start... Sorry. My moneymaker's making a lot of noise. It's not like a moneymaker, it's not just a moneymaker, it's also a noisemaker. Yeah, at the start of the season, I quickly got a moneymaker up and going, got a little bit of money, then got rid of it because it doesn't look very nice. But I needed money again, and I decided to just let it run in the back of videos, and we should be fine for money now if we have to remove it. Which we will. But we still have all these lines that run. I mean, they're not as good because they're not directly made to make money. But they look nice, and they're aesthetic while making money, so they're good. I was hoping that a train would come along this set of the line any second now. Is it at the station? No, it's probably somewhere in the middle. I just want to see the other train, please. Please don't tell me this line is off. You know it's a name both. Where the hell is it? Oh. Time to press. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, we're good. There it is. There it is. Anyway. God's sake, I'm getting carried away again. So basically, the fourth thing that I was thinking about, we have these two lines run here, and because this is the big one, this is the one that will lead to the biggest station, I'd say we have one station just about here, just out of the city, because, you know, we need to start conserving space, packing these very tightly, and end the city pretty abruptly. I'm gonna have to try and make that transition smooth, but I'm just not sure how I'll do it. I'll also make sure to smooth out the landscape, because I want this area to be kind of flat. So I've decided that I do want... Can I turn those noises off? Mute train sounds. Have you stopped making sounds now? Okay, good. Stop making sounds. Right. Okay. So. Yeah, we'd have the terrain come down. I'll have to smoothen that out. I might do that in the time lapse. We'd have this transitions into a more highway thing. So the pavements would end and it'd just start being a highway. And you could have a line down the middle. Kind of a highway divider. So it turns from a big road into a highway. In terms of buildings, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to make this thing smooth. I think I'll just have smaller buildings, no further above 3 blocks. Actually, I kind of broke that rule here. I'll have one building here to fix that. Buildings kind of like around this size, just around this area, and I'll have some residential buildings just there. Just to kind of create a line where it's just going to end. The building's just going to stop expanding out. Thinking of all the edge of the cities I know, usually there's just buildings and then a road and there's trees. So I don't know. It's hard to replicate. That kind of thing. Because everything sprawls out in weird ways. And we're just gonna make the buildings abruptly end. Anyway. This will come forward. There'll be at least one more train station somewhere over here. I think it'll be like City End or something. I don't know. Something to do with to play on that. Then the express line and them will disconnect. The small line will have another station hopefully, and the big line won't. No, these two lines will have a station, and the express line won't because it's the express line. I know that's not very good for profits, but I'm not really caring about in-game profits. I care about speed and realism. Anyway, we'll have that. And then finally, after all that, we can connect these over. We have the small route go this way because there's less space on this side than there is on this side. So the big route should go this way because there's more space on this side. The small route will go all the way back around and into the edge of here over the forest. The big route will come this way and it will try go to maybe here or here, but not all the way back around to the edge of the city. Or hopefully, I don't know. This kind of that's not what I wanted to do. Hang on. This kind of oh God's sake. I'm not sure if this records, but if it isn't, just cut it out. This kind of you know, shape. So we got the main central station. You've got all the city area, defined in these borders. I'm not very good at drawing with a mouse up. And then this kind of idea of, because we've got so much limited space, just twirling around and going back. Like, I've done it before in my last plot. That actually goes off there. I've done it before in my last plot, but this kind of idea of just twirling up with the city area in here, the city central station, this should be Lisbonham. Then we've got whatever station will be here, whatever station will be here. For the two lines that branch off here, so I guess just have a little branch. This bit, I might want to go a little further close to the city than this bit. Basically, this kind of arch idea, it doesn't really make sense, because having it connect all the way back around, doesn't really mean you're going anywhere. But at the same time, you got to make the most of these small plot sizes. And it's something I did in my previous plot. My first ever plot, actually. This is my second plot. So, yeah. Those type of tactics, I've done it before, and it's the kind of thing that just works. Well, it doesn't work exactly, but it's helpful. Anyway, after the transition into countryside, it'll be kind of open, but not really. This side will be open, and we'll have farms. Hopefully, I might add all of the railway line first, and then the resulting videos will be. I'm gonna add the railway line first. I know what I can do over here, so I might add the scenery first over here, but I need to add the railway line first over here. Because if I don't, then it's not gonna go well. Basically, I need to build the whole railway line first over here, because I have no idea how these farms are gonna work out. At least on this side, where I'm planning on having a forest and the small line running through it. On this side with the forest, it's pretty easy to navigate it, and if you fail, well, it doesn't really matter, because there's trees everywhere. You can't see through the trees. And if you fail, you can't really fail that bad. But the farms are a lot easier to fail at. Basically, I want to build the scenery. I want to build the stations before I build it. All the scenery around it. Which means the last few episodes of this season are going to be quite icky. I'm not sure. I think that's just how it's going to go. So I'm going to proceed on to that. I think in this episode, we should expand the line down and create this little barrier here that's going to be here. And at least go to the first station on this line. So, let's just try to do that now. Okay, so I've now done a little bit of terrain work over here. I'm not the best at terrain. I probably should have just left this bit out where I was trying to do something fancy. I don't know. I'm not the best at terrain. I should probably get better at it, challenge my skills with it, but I don't know. There's not much terrain work that I want to do in this season, so not really much else I can do about that. And apart from factoring terrain, but this really isn't going to work for this type of thing. And I have this mostly planned out in my head now. It's just execution and revealing all the things that I'm thinking about. So yeah, we've got this thing. I'm not exactly sure how buildings are gonna work, but I'm just gonna leave that for now, and hopefully whatever's going on right now will work. But if not, then just probably come back to it later on. I'm thinking of just kind of expanding this, seeing how this goes. I mean, you can just kind of don't really need to do much. Just to like, there will be fine.
I've been watching you with dark eyes every night, counting up your sins. I keep a list and checking it twice. I know where you've been, I smell the sin, and you're looking nice. You can't bury me. You don't love a night. I'm still broken in the gutter. It's just me on my side, but I leave you with the shudder. I got goals you don't wanna know. I got goals you don't wanna grow. Trying to forget I'm in your head, shatter up your spine. Try not to choke, a funny joke when you say you're mine. Lost your control, think you're alone, I'm still in your mind. You can't bury me. You don't love a night. I'm still broken in the gutter. It's just me on my side, but I leave you with the shudder. I got goals you don't wanna know. I got goals you don't wanna grow. I got goals you don't wanna know. I got goals you don't wanna grow. I got goals you don't wanna know.
Okay, this is incredibly similar to what I had last time in my last world, which is just a weird patch here. We've got the car park will be here for, in the future, I'd hope. Actually, the highway probably will intersect it. But, yeah, not much has changed here except colors since, I guess, when I did it in my first ever world. And I just really like this design. And I don't have that many modern stations. I mean, technically, this is a modern station, and this is a modern station, and this is a modern station, and this is a modern station, but they don't feel very modern, mainly because only one of them uses, like, only two of them use, glass and concrete and stuff, and that kind of modern feel. So having that over there just made it fine, made the place feel a lot better, and it also used the, default, skyscraper slash glass building color, opposed to the color of those two. Plus, that one's only just a building in reality. It's not really the actual station. So it just makes it a lot less impactful. So it's good to have this here. Obviously, the one thing is just there's these walls, but these are easily recolorable. And a name for the station, which I don't have yet. So yeah. Oh wait. Right, I forgot. Seriously, escalators, man, they are so irritating. Oh, let me color these as well. One thing that is new is those overhead wires. I thought it just felt right having overhead wire kind of things in this area. So I kind of blatantly stole a design from Unknown. Well, I'm not sure if I directly stole a design from Unknown. Basically, he was in the game. Not when I was building this, but earlier, and I was like, yeah, I like what you've done, the creativity with all these things. He did loads of different things, like created overhead wires, and also there's a lot of things you can do with buffers that you would have never expected if you were just a casual player, that's for sure. One of which is these, and one of which I might be using later on, which is also stolen from Unknown. So he's getting at least 2 mentions. He also has other stuff. He has this. Unknown's Unknown HQ. Just a small little dinky building that I thought I'd name after him. So yeah, I've added this. That's really it. I mean, I say it, but I've been recording for an hour and 7 minutes, and I've got school tomorrow, and I'm just gonna say right now that buildings will take longer to record or be shorter, especially when I'm in a kind of time crunch mode, because right now I've got loads of things I need to do. But yeah, this is just stuff like that. But first, before I go anywhere, before I go to brush my teeth like I've been asked, we have to name a station. By we, I mean me right now. Either that or I'll leave it up to the Discord, and it'll take about a day for them to ever recognize it. By that I mean to ever, you know. It'll take quite a while for them to even pick up on the fact that there's a thing and then actually vote on it. But you know, still, it exists. So we have this station here. Again, not that much happened, but we do have this station. We can't really do much more because I kind of want to make sure this is all the stations are done first. But we've also got the terrain kind of laid out a little bit. I've added these tiny cliff bits here, here, and here, just add a little bit more variation. And obviously some roads will need to go somewhere, so we also have to figure out all that. That's going to be a whole different thing at the end of the season. So if you enjoy these bits, like the building or stuff, which is personally my favorite because it's where it really shines. Like, as much as the stations are lovely and the building of a railway is nice, I mean, and as much as this does it, like, you know, it's the main, as much as it's the main point, it's still, like, you know, important to at least consider the buildings because they're a very important part. They build quite a big thing. It's just a shame that they have to be built so separately because of just the way I build buildings. It just takes forever, and things like this happen, and I still have I decorated this house? I've not decorated the back of these houses. I think I was supposed to do that. See, these are the two houses I think that I ran out of money on exactly. I can't remember, or I just, you know, stopped the video there for some reason. Does this one have a door? It does. It just doesn't have a pathway. Anyway, so this is not important. This is not important. But yeah, this kind of stuff just generally takes a while, and you got to take it into consideration. This may be a railway building game, but there's a lot more beneath it. Anyway, that's gonna conclude this episode for the most part. I have to go prepare for school tomorrow because it's my first time coming from this house. It's complicated. I won't get into it on camera. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching this. I should probably like free cam or something because that's what I usually do. I don't know, it's just a lot more gloomy today. Anyway, thank you for. Oh god. Oh no. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of RCC Builds a Railway. I just realised that. Hang on, I'll get there eventually. Thank you for watching this episode of RCC Builds a Railway. I realize I'm not facing the camera and this does not look cinematic at all, but thank you for watching. That's all I gotta say. There is actually more I'd like to say, but you know, the station name. God damn it. Okay. I didn't get sidetracked at all. South End. Hang on. What way would we? If we're thinking, I'd just like to quickly say that I want to say north is that way, south is that way. North, east. Yeah. Okay. So north, east. Yeah. Okay. Right. So this should be, I guess, South End. What if we just go South End? Okay, what if we go South End? Okay, now let's capitalize the end because it makes more sense. South End. Yeah, South End. I know, it just sounds like the type of place that would exist. And also, it probably exists in lots of places. Just seems like the type of place to exist, and at the same time, it kind of makes sense because it's the south end of the city. And then we go into a little bit of a countryside area. So, into the country! Woo! May as well stop the video now. I said the title. At least I thought that's the title. Hopefully nothing has changed since the planning phase. And penultimate sign. Final sign. I've probably forgotten a sign. There's so many, but you know. Right. Let me just actually look at the camera this time. Thank you for watching this episode of RCC Builds a Railway. I hope you enjoy. We're here at South End. This is our new thing. Thank you for Unknown for making me realize there's so much more to do with these, and also letting me blatantly steal his ideas. Oh god. This exists. I don't think I've pointed this out in a video yet. Maintenance shaft, small little shaft. I want to. There was I'm sorry. I would just like to go on a rant really quickly. Actually, I don't have time. It's something to do with the maintenance shaft and tunnel and stair, and maybe you'll understand it, but I really doubt there's anyone going to be actively trying to figure out what I'm wanting to rant on about. Thank you for watching this episode of RCC Builds a Railway. I hope you enjoyed. We're now heading into the countryside and we're finally done with the city area. Tell me in the comments. It's the first time I've said that this season. I guess this time. Sorry, this is the first time I've said that. Tell me, I'm specifically asking you to tell me something. Tell me, what do you think you'll prefer? Did you like this? Oh, sorry, I'm really. Did you like the say building part of this? Specifically the buildings. What do you prefer more? The train stations or the buildings? I can understand liking the train stations more, but the buildings are also a very important part of it. They're also time consuming and take forever, and you have to come up with interesting color designs, but really you're just throwing random colors together, and that's my problem, not yours. You don't have to worry about that. All you do is just consume it. Consume my 5 hours of pain. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye. Join the Discord. Roll the credits.